In Madrid, thousands of demonstrators took to the streets to demand that housing not be treated as a business, calling for an end to big landlords and to push for the regulation of tourist rentals. Let's see.
Thousands of people took to the streets in Madrid to demand that housing is a right and not a business. Young people, one of the groups most affected by the real estate crisis, led this historic demonstration, which above all seeks to facilitate access to fair housing.
Nowadays, it is clear that any construction that has to be done has to be public housing or has to be protected, obviously. But what we are talking about is that the solution is no longer to build more or less. What we have to do is to take all the housing that exists here, empty homes, tourist flats, investment funds, and turn them into public housing stock. Therefore, we ask the government, but also society, not to let ourselves be fooled that this is not about supply and demand. Housing is not a market.
The demonstration not only targeted private landlords, but also the authorities. Demonstrators demanded the resignation of Housing Minister Isabel Rodriguez, accusing her of failing to take advantage of opportunities to address the crisis.
As a matter of urgency, evictions should be stopped and rents should be lowered. That's what we need to do. But then we need to establish a plan of long-term, structural measures that will take decades, that will cost a lot of money, that will cost a lot of changes that many people will not like but that are very necessary. Just as with climate change, we all have to do our part to stop it.
This mobilization marks a turning point in the housing debate in Spain. Citizen pressure could be the catalyst needed to drive significant changes in housing policies at the national level.
In the case of the house where I live, it is in a building built with public funds that was not sold to the inhabitants who lived there but to investment funds at a lower price and who started to exploit the inhabitants with their policies of raising rents, harassing the residents to leave.
This demonstration in Madrid is not an isolated case. Cities such as Barcelona, Valencia and Malaga have seen or will see similar protests in the coming weeks, evidencing that the housing crisis is a national problem that requires urgent and coordinated solutions. The final message of this mobilization is clear: housing is a fundamental right, not a mere market product.